this is an excellent display here from Rashi. Very good job.
So it's pain unending. Oh, unending gonna pop the vacation.
Wait, what? You ever seen a plane that big, Rambo?
Arcanine Magician?
Ok, I haven't seen this one in a while. Ooh la la, baguette.
Hello and welcome to the Team Wars Season 8 final. I am Kernow King and I am joined with me today by Team Wars representative HeyZZy and a very special guest, Heinz. How are you both doing?
You know, I'm doing pretty well. I'm actually really excited. You brought me back for the finals, and I'm ready to go, man. Bricks and potatoes versus Switcheroo. What a finals indeed.
Yeah, very excited to have you back out of a long retirement.
I think it's been about half a year. So
Nice, good stuff,
Pretty
good stuff.
excited
I'm
for it.
sure everyone in the chat is looking forward to it. And how are you doing, HeyZZy?
Oh, I'm doing perfectly fine. Looking more than forward to how much these two teams can show us today, and also the show that we can put on ourselves. Because with this kind of casting combination, we can pretty much do anything we want.
Let's hope so. Okay, so yeah, for those that do not know, if you've been living under a rock, today is Bricks and Potatoes versus Switcheroo for the final for a prize pool of over $5,000.
$5,000.
$5,000.
That's a lot of money.
So, yeah. What are we expecting from today's game then, team? Obviously, there has just been a new box, but what impact, what sort of meta are we looking at, would you say?
Well, I would say definitely, and I brought this up before the stream. We are almost guaranteed to be seeing the new Tier 0 Ninja Chaos Hieratics. Obviously, that's going to be sweeping through. I don't even know if that is... it's probably going to be like a full 10-0 or just 10 full decks of that, coming from at least one of the teams. But I do know that DLM has a tier list, something about some guns and witches and something.
Especially the witches.
Yeah, we might be seeing those pesky Noble Knights a bit ruining that ninja dream, but who knows?
I really do think that Noble Knights has such a good place in the Team Wars format with that no side deck cards really making an appearance. They do have a very strong turn one, kind of reminiscent of the unnerfed Dark Magician opening, and we did see that a lot last time I was casting, and it was running amok. You definitely saw some Dark Magician streaks and things like that, and I think Noble Knights has a very oppressive board state in much the same way.
Yeah, and it's also quite similar to Karakuri, a deck that also was pretty big at the beginning of the format. It sort of ups the tier if it goes first, like Karakuri did as well. Doesn't like the disruption going second, but yeah, I can see it winning some games going first today for sure. So be interested to see how reliant teams are on that.
So
I think one of the decks are willing to make an appearance. I have seen, because Desperado is so prevalent in the meta, I have seen some people bringing like one Triumph just to try to mitigate that risk. It's interesting. We do see game one starting here.
And we're off. So it's Uno at the top. Oh, at the top versus Mist at the bottom.
And then
So
it
you
looks
can
like
see those stacked lineups
Sartorius,
today.
Kumar. But it's balanced Sartorius. It's going to be the Noble Knights. 30 cards.
Oh.
And just quickly to mention, before we truly get into this game, we will have predictions for every single duel within this match. First off, we'll be having Uno versus Mist. So do bet all the gems you want, And yeah, don't go too crazy though.
But HeyZZy. Look what we're seeing right now coming from Mist. It's Thunder Dragons, Lightsworn Thunder Dragons. Build a
Very
charge of the
interesting.
Light Brigade with a Thunder Dragon, the OG Thunder Dragon, level 5. And he's going to bring it on back with the Dragon Hawk. Build both his charge, eh?
Yeah, this is a crazy starter deck. Not the best opening, you would say. But at least Noble Knights didn't go first.
It's true. Now they're a tier 3 deck. But he did open the Merlin.
Back up to tier 2.
I don't even understand. Like, why do they even play Merlin? It's a spellcaster. You can't even put the equips on it. It's so bad.
Terrible card.
We're so dumb. How did they even get to the finals playing spellcasters in a warrior deck?
I shall play this. I special summon a monster.
We're never going to understand the Japanese clappers, unfortunately,
Spell.
with our NA and EU math.
Monster's effect activates.
Shao says tier 1 when your opponent has no back row.
That does help, doesn't it?
The deck literally doesn't play back row. Like, there's none. I think they have 3 Karibos and that's it.
I think that I would guess that Bricks and Potatoes didn't expect an opener of the Noble Knights, because this probably isn't the best matchup with 0 back row. But maybe it's a deck that can, if it draws well, take on the Noble Knights opening. So
Yeah, we do expect this to be the level duplication build with the new Xyzs, the M7, and
yeah,
the other rank 6s.
yeah, the Gaia Charger.
That is such a good card.
Yeah, it's really exciting that they're willing to bring those sort of cards out, the Exceeds that exceed off other Exceed monsters.
I was playing a little bit of the Digital Bugs yesterday,
Oh yeah,
and I was surprised by the actual strength of those Exceeds. They're very strong. I mean, it's inconsistent because they have such specific materials, but genuinely, but the effects are very strong. One of them just straight up, I think, shuffles a card back into the deck.
Monster's effect.
Nuts. We do see the rank 5 coming out here from
yeah. This is a very good start for Uno.
and a
I
double.
believe the
Attack.
yeah, I believe the best performing Switcheroo player this season. So makes sense he's leading them out.
And note he does have double trap in the grave with the Gwenifer, and he does have a float set up off of that Artorgus, and he's immune to destruction once per turn with the Destiny, so long as he's not missing timing on the Artorgus,
Or
he'll be floating.
this is nice though. It's exactly what you want to see if you gift. Chaos Dragon 11 here.
Laughs at you.
ASAP did ask if I had said the 4C joke yet. He's expecting me to replay all the old classics, but I actually haven't heard the voice line yet. Did he say that one?
I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, we'll have to wait. You'll have another chance, I'm sure, if we have missed it.
Was that a pun given the other player?
I wish. No, I've not got that big brain like you. My casting ability, yeah.
Watch and learn. Soak it in.
Yeah.
Did you see the that jar of greed of the Noble Knights grabbing a glory hole of the Noble Knights off the top of the deck as well? And now he has triple trap set up in the grave. And keep in
Yeah,
mind,
but obviously only
non-target destruction for this Legionnaire.
Destiny laughs at you. I
And the
have
other
been equipped.
other trap is going. The other face down.
And what was it? It was a Karma Cut. Now, we do have the Noble Arms of Dusty Knees adding itself back to the Artorgus.
Yeah. Interesting. He decided for whatever reason not to Karma Cut there.
I guess his hand is just that hot. Also,
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Can anyone pass the
Legionnaire
mustard?
can't attack now, so he's at most risking the rank 8. Oh, he's not. He's actually going to level duplication. Grab that hawk. His big hawk.
Dragon Maw goes to the grave.
That's a Prismatic Dragon War, upgraded with gems. We
Yeah.
got a rich boy over here, ladies and gentlemen.
I special summon a monster.
Oh, and we have got potentially a new box card coming.
I exceed summon a
Oh, look at that animation.
It is the
And we're
Constellar
going.
Ptolemy M7. The bouncy boy himself.
That is a great answer
I activate my
to
Miss
this
said float
destruction
off this
resistant
earth.
Artorias.
Ha! You fool! My trap activates.
You think M7 here puts TDs right back up on the tier list?
Yeah, I think there's definitely an argument for it. It is, especially with the level dupe, it's such an easy card to summon.
Free bounce.
And a pretty powerful effect.
It's
I mean,
like a free Rayonac, right? Like, how nice is that just to clear things with just one Exceeds removal?
Yeah. And
Oh, another new box card.
Yeah. Oof, this is the new box finals. Pelennor.
It's coming to fruition, and he does have the glory hole in hand. We saw it. And he's got the Gwen. Oh, and he's got the dry stain. There's the glory hole.
I activate a quick play spell.
This is not looking too good for Gift right now. You have to assume one of these two cards in hand is a Sphere Karibo.
My monster's effect activates.
And note that he actually used the Dristan to pop and didn't go for the draw off the Pelennor. It does get a draw if you pop a face-up monster.
Yeah, but he can't attack himself, and he's going for lethal this turn.
That's true. Although I do feel like
And
there's
he gets lethal.
I attack you directly.
No Sphere Karibo. That was a shock for me.
Yo, check out that Buns16 subscribed to tier 1. That's 3 freaking months from Buns supporting the Team Wars organizers.
Yeah, and also Nifroth subscription for 30 months. Can anyone pass the mustard?
I'm sorry,
This
I
time.
heard you wrong. Yeah, I mean, Uno had such a good setup there because he still had, obviously he used the trap that turn to bring the Dristan out of the deck, but he still had a Merlin in the grave. He had multiple attacks. That's, the Gallatin equip spell hadn't been destroyed that turn, so it could come back. And if he had Synchroed on Chain Link 1 for anything other than Kinky Custard, he would have grabbed a even more equips from the grave. So Uno was just in such a good spot there, and we see
that was
back in.
And speaking of a good spot, actually, Bricks and Potatoes will actually repeat this past deck.
And they're going second with their Thunder Dragons, their big TDs.
Okay, so clearly they did expect Noble Knights to be the starter deck, and they decided that this was the best answer to it, enough that they're willing to repeat. That or their second deck really does not stand up well.
I'm thinking their second deck is absolute garbage versus the Knights. We see the double trap mill, opening the boars, and the what's the blue medicine? Does blue medicine increase the life points by 500?
Yes. Caliburn.
Yeah, blue medicine equip right there. It looks like a pickle, but it's actually got blue medicine.
Okay. This looks like a better opener for Thunder Dragons this time. We've actually got plays, which is exciting.
Open.
Though you are scared of one of these two being a Karma Cut.
Tell me what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of nothing.
This is actually a pretty huge opening match because both of these players were the best performing players for their team in the regular season. So really getting the big guns out early.
Yeah, it's definitely both trying to start strong. They're like, you know what? We both need to start with a streak, and nobody streaks better than these two.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of blue medicine, If any of my boys with ED in the chat know what I'm talking about, we do not need any blue medicine for this grand finals. 6 to midnight immediately. Also, Pape Master subscribed at tier 1. 4 months. Thank you, Pape Master.
Yeah, keep the support rolling in, please. Thanks very much.
We do see that level duplication coming once again for a rank 6 play. It's the Constellar Ptolemy M7.
Yeah. And with Noble Knights not opening quite as powerfully this turn, you could still see some more plays here.
Thunder Dragon RAR XD. Heinz, I could use some of your yellow medicine again. Having trouble sleeping. I don't know what that means.
Is that
NSFW?
Is it just another mustard reference? Is that what this is?
Might be. But does mustard sleep?
I don't think so. I'm gonna go on a whim. Oh, this is a
my gosh,
huge
look at the push.
turn 2 here from Gift.
The size of that board. And once again, we have the third Noble Arms trap card coming out from the back row.
Yep.
Jar of Greed itself.
Under a Geki break.
Geki break. Discarding the Gallatin, and he's going for the card that floats. Have we seen the roar effect go off yet?
I don't believe we have.
I don't know what you would do with it, but you know.
Yeah, because it's not in attack position, so
Hit it with a Sage with Eyes of Blue or something. Yo, we got Buns gifted a tier 1 sub to Unknown Boy 2J. That's 2 gift subs given to the channel by Buns16.
we appreciate it, Buns.
Of course, the
Buns
Legionnaires
with a
did not attack this turn.
They're still surviving.
Sartorius down to 18. Barely legal in the life points. He brings with him a draw. Very nice pick to get that extension. Able to summon another 2 monsters from the deck on this next turn.
Yeah. I think we might be saying goodbye to this board, so you've really got to be hoping now if you're missed that those hand cards have got a good follow-up next turn.
I mean, at the very least, the good thing for Mist here is that the Arputator is probably the worst equipped spell that
Yeah.
Kernow could have on the board at the moment.
Yeah, but Boars is obviously going to keep doing this wombo combo, and we're going to see some other equip cards.
It shows off the Gwen, and he's got a 60% chance of getting the Dusty Knees in the hand. Does he? Of course he... No, he doesn't. He got the Gwen in the hand.
No, got the Gwen in hand.
So I'm going to see the +2.
There we are with that animation again. Artorius coming out.
And you know, we haven't seen the Kinky Custard yet in either one of these games. So the only new box card we've seen from the Noble Nuts is the Pelly.
Interesting, because I think there could have been an argument for going into it this turn, but let's see how this turn ends first.
We do see the Dristan coming out here.
And a pretty significant thing that Gwyneth going to the hand and not the grave, because it means that you cannot use the Dristan's effect this turn unless that is another equip card in hand.
No, he can, because he's got the Gaia Charger. It's going to destroy the equips, and they will attach themselves
Huge.
by Stain. This is why Gaia Dragon is such a good card.
Okay. I take it back. This is we're talking Clappers from the East with their big brain plays.
And there it is, 3,300 Dristan next to a 2,600 guy, and he's got a set.
Oh, and that looks like game. Oh,
Oh,
not the start that Bricks and Potatoes were dreaming of. 0-2, gift gone.
This was exactly my argument for playing Gaia Dragon in the extra deck in Noble Knights, is that those Tristan pops out of nowhere. People just don't expect it. They're like, okay, I'm gonna live here. You know, he's not gonna be able to destroy this. If he destroys that, and then bang, out of freaking nowhere, there's a Gaia Dragon on the board. He can attack, and it's just a wrap right from there. If it was a warrior, woo, baby.
Speaking of wraps, actually, I got a little graphic to show for the stream. We'll be presenting the playoffs bracket progression from both of the teams. So if you look for Switcheroo and Bricks and Potatoes, you will notice that both of the teams, because they were in the top 4, they received the bye, meaning that they start directly from the quarterfinals. So they realistically only had to play 2 matches to get there. Their quarters and their semis. And being in a semi already guarantees you your entry fee back. So right now they're playing for over 5,000 and split 70-30, I believe. And it's a lot on the stakes right now. Back to you guys.
Yeah, and I mean, being able to skip that round 1 of playoffs mean that they're less likely than other teams to be experiencing playoff fatigue. And both teams are just so experienced in these high stakes matches. How many times has Bricks and Potatoes in the East been finalists in a league? It's so many times. They don't feel the pressure.
In Team Wars alone, this is their 3rd final. So, yeah, I think that's pretty impressive. So maybe they're used to this. Maybe they're fine being 0-2. And it is worth mentioning that even though both only had to play 2 rounds to get here, very different in terms of how it went for them. Bricks and Potatoes went something like 10-1 and 10-2 in their games, and Switcheroo were 10-8 and 10-9 in theirs. So, yeah, I'm sure Bricks aren't panicking yet.
No, they've been down to the wire in the past. And incoming Andy Sang with the manly wang.
No mat, no sleeves.
And we see Aloof Lupin. It's Thunder Dragons again coming through to take on the noblest of nuts. They really put faith in this level duplication.
Yeah,
we see you say
they've tested it, that's for sure.
And Merlin opening once again from the man that doesn't just see, he foresees. The full Madrock combo here with the Destiny.
Yeah.
I mean, of course he's got the Destiny. He's playing the literal master of Destiny.
Maybe Thunder Dragons was the pick because they want to use that turn 1 forward focus, but it's 3 games now where they've not done it, so
that's true. I mean, it doesn't take any special summon level 5 or higher monster.
Yeah.
Now, of course, that doesn't include rank 5s, right? So you wouldn't be able to negate the exceeds.
Does it not?
I don't believe it does.
Oh. Okay.
Looks like
pretty strong setup here.
Off the top of the deck.
Oh, milled some great ways to get Levy out though, and a Levy itself.
Yeah,
so...
including the Levy itself. Essentially milled 2 copies of Levianeer there with that melody of the Awakening Dragon and the Levianeer itself. And normal summoning the big OGTD.
Prismatic, of course.
Naturally. I mean, if you haven't had 3 Prismatic Thunder Dragons for farming since, like, Well, since they let us upgrade them. I mean, what have you even been doing, really?
Okay.
Thunder Dragon Duo. And not just the Duo, looks like he is going to activate that Hawk effect for a Duo-ver in the hand. Am I right?
What's he drawing here? What is out to this big board with a Merlin?
Level duplication into the big Heliopopolis. Nope, he's just going straight to the battle phase. I honestly can't believe we've seen, this is the grand finals. We've seen Thunder Dragons versus Noble Knights 3 games running. And of course, here we go. We see that Tristan into the Exceeds play, quick play Exceeds into the Artorgus, and the quick pop from the Dry Stain himself. Tristan MVP in this matchup so far?
Yeah. It's gonna come in pretty clutch here. This is the ability that Noble Knights have when they go first with their combos. And we see the scoop. Now you're in a bit of a tough spot.
Oh, and I mean they're basically down 2 of their Thunder Dragon decks, which they are obviously very confident in.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just 10 Thunder Dragons. You think it's 10 Thunder Dragons?
I know that Bricks and Potato in the past have talked about how they don't like playing the main deck. They like countering it with the Karakuri meta. They weren't Karakuri players themselves. They countered Karakuri very successfully in the regular season. So clearly they've been thinking all week. They thought, we've got this Thunder Dragon deck. It's working well in practice, so let's go. But yeah, as they're 0-3 here, maybe about to use a second repeat. Interesting to see if they do have a second deck available.
You brought up a really good point, actually, Kernow, earlier, as far as countering in the past is concerned, because we do have one of their past encounters. In all 4 seasons, I believe by now, that both of the teams have been there. They have faced only once, and it ended with Bricks and Potatoes taking the win. Andy actually being one of the MVPs in that match. Back to you.
Wow.
No repeat.
Yeah, I mean, that's
well.
really funny to see that it's 10-4, and we actually could see, theoretically, it could still happen. We could still see a 10-4.
Yeah, 10-4 still possible. Okay.
Duel.
First
one
with the
of these guys
combo.
has to be saying,
One
I don't
more
just
time.
see, I foresee. I don't just have skin, I have... Happy? We good?
There you go, it's up.
40 hole of the Noble Knights and the Merlin. He's just picking every card he wants.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. Desperado really doesn't fare well going second into Noble Knights, especially when Noble Knights have pretty much whatever they need.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing a pick your own adventure game right now. Like, you know those old Goosebumps books where you like flip to the page you want? That's what Noble Knights is doing right now. No RNG here.
Sets up a pop again. Can dodge, can pop.
Real
And
pain
that's
saying,
not what you want to see if you...
where's the cup of ace, my guy? What
Yeah.
triple set?
You gotta hope one of those is a head judging and you're gonna get very lucky.
If anybody else needs some head judging, feel free to swing by my caster's booth later on. It's like, good job. Look at that board from Noble Knights.
Yeah, that's...
Just sitting on a cool 9 cards. Free pop there from the Arfuter. It's a Karma Cut.
Juicy Karma Cut.
The there's Merlin in the grave too, so the only thing he can reasonably hit is the Tristan.
Yep, which he does. He sees that. Now, what could be a bit of a big deal here would be a set karma cut, a second set karma cut. You could at least stop the OTK this turn, and then maybe top into a cup of ace and start making some plays. Head judging also important.
Now we did see he discarded that Machina Fortress,
Yeah.
so it implies that he's not got another machine in hand. Perhaps-
Interesting. Not going to use the Merlin effect
For
to
more
push through
attack.
for lethal, going straight into Artorias to get a second pulp here with Arth, I'm going to assume.
Well, he still has Trap Effect from the grave and the potential for normal summon, so he still has Merlin live, I believe. So he's
Into
just
level
pushing
4,
that
true.
attack right now. Fiendish comedian. Who's laughing now?
Or chaining the noble, the glory of the noble knights.
You know, with all these boys in that deck, that glory hole is getting a lot of work.
Okay, the trap is gone though.
And so is the Merlin.
And that's a karma cut. Oh,
Another card. He's got no cards left. He drops the Buddy Force.
no
I mean, if
way.
he-
No way.
If he had chained that Karma Cut earlier, he would have also banished all these cards, right? Everything would have hit the grave, and then he banishes everything. There would have been more gone. I mean, it doesn't matter, because, you know, my man Uno here has got everything.
Yep.
High block 158 saying this was over when Uno went first.
Cup of ace into cup of ace.
I mean, he's already burnt one coin flip, so that's going to be all the coin flips burnt if it does indeed happen, but that is the only thing he can do.
Ooh. That is not it though. One set is not it.
I mean, he had to try to compete with two. He had two Karma Cuts and a Fiend Comedian, right? And he had to try to compete with 9 cards at the start of Uno's turn.
Yeah.
Like, the plussing is just unreal.
Pretty
Are we going
tough.
to see the Kinky Custard for the bounce and the
We
win?
see it finally. Game 4, and we're seeing it, and it is making lethal here.
And now we
Andy
see-
and Gift both 0 and 2.
Oh
Now-
my gosh.
I mean, let's be real. Very few people would have predicted this at the start of it. 404 of you watching right now. How many of you honestly predicted 0 and 4 for Switcheroo?
I mean, how many people predicted 3 Thunder Dragons versus Noble Knights to start this war off? It has a lot of faith in Thunder Dragons. I mean, I know that they've been clapping on the ladder, and that's a good indication for how you're going to do in Team Wars. Obviously, the level of competition is very different. But usually, if you can put together a deck that's going to streak in a best-of-1 style format, it translates relatively well to the Team Wars format as well. Obviously, there are things like Gokis that perform extremely well in a side deck format, but we don't see them as often in Team Wars.
Yeah, I feel like Noble Knights is another deck, but it's hurt quite badly by the side deck. There are so many anti-side deck cards that make them not warriors. DNA Surgery and Zombie World being two of the most prolific, but even cards like DD Crow and Necro Valley hurt them somewhat. But here they've not got to worry about any of that, so it feels like they've gone up a tier. And when you're opening like my man Uno, 4-0, going first most of the time and opening the combo pretty much all of the time, 3 out of 4 games he's opened the big combo here. It's pretty hard to beat, isn't it?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Because considering that Uno is one of the key players from the Switcheroo team, he has went a total of 29 wins and only 13 losses, and has streaked a lot with Karakuri as well as Tristrons. His overall ranking at the end of the main season was actually 5th, with his best streak being of 8-1. We have seen him perform throughout all the season. and we are seeing him currently perform.
Synchro deck, am I right?
Yeah, for
If
sure.
anybody knows me, they know that those two decks right there, that those are my spirit decks, man. I love
Yeah.
that.
Just goes to show that he's carrying the legacy, right? And
I mean,
also let's
Uno basically learned everything. He owes all of his success to me. I paved the way for Uno, and in a lot of ways, this finals is my finals, and I will be accepting that cut in my PayPal. Thank you, Uno, and more importantly, you're welcome.
for sure. And yeah, let's also not
Heinz.
let's also not forget about Act, because he's also on the roster. Let's keep an eye on him.
Okay,
Yeah.
so coming through. Look at all these gold icons, man.
Oh, okay. We have a Japanese battle now. Sun against Uno.
And once again, we have a level modulation character coming through from 5Ds. Is it another Thunder Dragons? It's 22 card deck.
Oh, and they both have that top 100 KCGT map. Sun, though, he's styling with his sleeves that he got from the Worlds the year before.
Are you trying to say that this is a mirror mat?
It is, in fact, a mirror mat. But then with extra style points for Sun. Those 2019 World Championships.
Now, Sartorius here is opening a little less than optimal, but that Boars is still a good starter. He still has the Trap in
Still
the
a
Grave.
good start.
And he still has the Gwen in the Grave as well. But yeah, these guys really are styling on us with these mats, eh?
Yeah. I've still got this Blue Eyes one. Oh, no! Surrender.
Wow. 5-0 to start the grand finals.
Oh,
Will this be a repeat? They have to put their faith in Sun now.
man, surrendering.
Even though we
That
just
must have been
even though we just saw this surrender, I still want to highlight both of the players. In fact, both Uno and Sun. We have right there the award-winning players from Bricks and Potatoes. We have seen earlier Mist having not the best success, but he's still a really valuable player for Bricks and Potatoes. Andy as well. I believe he has the most awards out of any player within Team Wars. And currently we're seeing Sun, and hopefully they will try to change change something. This surrender wasn't the best, and let's just hope the next match can turn the tide into Bricks and Potatoes' favor.
We definitely don't want to see a clean sweep here. As much of fans of Switcheroo as we are, I think that we still want to see a nice competitive match. And so far, this has just been a wash.
Yeah,
Indeed.
one big omission from the Bricks and Potatoes roster, obviously an extremely stacked roster with many names, is Luke Tyler. So far, he was, I believe, the MVP the playoffs this season with a 15-3 record, and he didn't even make the cut. So that shows you the level of competition right now at Bricks and Potatoes, but they're still down here. So yeah, maybe they're discussing whether it's worth a repeat.
Is Luke Tyler known for playing balanced decks, and now they're paying the price going into the balanced deck and kind of getting bent over by it.
Yeah, maybe there's a rule that you're only allowed one balance god per game, and Uno are using it because they didn't bring Luke.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they really.
I wanted to touch upon the Luke subject. He was, arguably the MVP within the first two matches. Single-handedly almost handling Clockland as well as Tier 0. But let's see how the next game will go, which I will mention is coming with another repeat from Bricks and Potatoes.
Wow, sorry, I disrespected Luke there as well. It's not a 15-3 record, that's a 15-1 record. So, pretty unarguable.
Also, follow him on YouTube, guys. Hit that man with a subscription. There's
Yeah.
very few players that you can watch on YouTube that play Merlin opening again here, by the way, from Uno going first
Oh wow.
with the glory hole again. Pick your own adventure. But I was gonna say with Luke, there's very few players you can watch on YouTube who will walk through the plays and play live and show you just how high level their plays are and the timing for activations and toggles. And if you're a new player, I definitely recommend checking out one of the MVPs in the playoffs this season from Team Wars, and go check out Luke on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Merlin set up in the grave with a trap card.
So a
I
casual
feel like we've seen this before.
And I mean, we talked about this right at the beginning of the match that Noble Knights could be a potential sweeping deck. It's basically tier 0 going first, and once again, it is indeed Thunder Dragons. And that's both repeats burnt, by the way. They really have faith in Thunder Dragons. I guess it's just they want to go against a deck that pluses like crazy with a deck that pluses like crazy.
Yeah.
I think in a big way, the strong openings from Uno has really not sold the full power of the Thunder Dragons so far. I think
I don't think we've seen power now.
I think it's not indicative of exactly what Thunder Dragons can do because the deck is insanely strong. The problem is just in this particular match, Uno has been opening literally Exodia, and it makes it very difficult. It's always an uphill battle.
Yeah. Exodia time after time, like match after match.
Yeah, I mean, and that brick from Sun in the last game, straight into the scoop, certainly unfortunate.
Yeah, and we are going to be seeing the pop here, but still 4 cards in hand for Sun, so might be more in this one yet.
And wisely putting that Artorgus into defense position here. And keep in mind, that floats as well. And he has 1 set card, 2 cards in hand. So he's still +2, even though Sun had a draw phase.
Levy would be a pretty big card here, though.
It looks like we have the duo.
Chaos Sorcerer, very interesting.
Wow. Oh, that does make a lot of sense, though, with the rank 6 plays.
Yep.
Less.
And there's a Gregeki break.
Oh, no. I was going to say much less needed in the graveyard to set up a
They
Chaos.
cannot catch a break. Lethal on board again. What have you got with your 3 cards?
And, of course, he discarded another trap.
Something.
And
There is the duo.
And the hawk. Still getting that booster juice, but now what's that last card in hand? That means he got 1 card in grave. Did he burn his normal summon earlier? Aloof, right?
Yeah, yes, Aloof. Aloof was the normal summon.
That's crazy. Think about how many summons we've seen just in this turn alone, from both sides.
Yeah.
Remember, like, compare this to the old days of Harpy Relinquished. How far have we gone? Like,
it's not the same game anymore. And an increasing problem is it's very hard to pick up this game now because you need all these cards that have been out for so long. Interesting swing in there of going for the second attack.
my game just did a really weird thing on my screen where
Oh,
now
no.
the decks are invisible for a second. That was wild. But I definitely agree with Mimi here in the chat. Queen Mimi herself said, why are half the people in this chat questioning Bricks on their deck choices? Definitely some backseat gamers trying to take advantage of the idea that Bricks is down 5 games and trying to say, oh yeah, obviously my choices would have been better.
Yeah.
Like, no, believe me, these guys know what they're doing.
There's
like-
a reason they're here.
Yeah, they would probably beat 90% of the players in this chat just by slamming their head against their phone screen with the decks that they've made and brought. Like, they don't even need to think. So, like, I definitely think you got to put some respect on the names of these Bricks players.
I also want to point out that Bricks and Potatoes have come back this season from being 6-1 down to win a game. So you can't count them out until the game is done.
Yeah, and I mean, it's true for both sides of this war. Both Switcheroo and Bricks Potatoes have these stacked rosters, and any single player can just go on a streak like Uno is right now.
Yep.
Nifros saying, dude, they should have brought my zombie world control deck. SMH can't equip when you're all zombies. Big facts. Why is the posthumous army Shiranui not coming through?
Yeah.
Big kinky custard and another Madrat.
Oh.
Double Madrat and another set. Oh, Gwen. Are we finally going to
there's no spear,
Oh my
Karibo.
Did nobody tell these guys that Sphere Karibo exists? Where?
Yeah. They
They
might have
ain't
cut
got
it.
balls in their hand. I'm not asking where can I learn the rules for Team Wars. Hit ! Discord in the chat. Levi Sand got you. And you can check out all the rules. They're all listed in the Discord. You have a lot of reading material right there.
And speaking of the reading material, I would just want to highlight how much did Switcheroo have to fight in order to get here as far as their bracket progression is concerned. So in the quarterfinals, they had to face Diffusion, which was the last season's winning team. And yet again, we saw, just like we saw in that match, Uno being the MVP with Desperado and Invoke Neos, yet again we're seeing him dominantly take the lead in the grand finals. And a really close match as well against BZ, with Dorube being the MVP there.
Yeah, definitely. Uno really proving his worth here. I mean, he could throw twice horribly now and still
Still probably get the finals MVP.
Yeah. No one from Switcheroo can win more games than he's won today, so
Bad Kid
Bricks have
starting, a coup in the chat saying these announcers think they're better than Bricks and Potatoes because they would play Sphere Karibo. I mean, I did 3-0 them one time. Not gonna brag, but
yeah.
no, I am. I'm gonna brag.
I was gonna say that sounds like bragging to me, but
So, I mean,
I feel like you've earned it when you do well against Brick.
in a way, this finals is my finals, and
In a way.
if Potatoes were to win, much like Uno, I would expect payment in my PayPal. You guys know it. It's in the Twitch chat. So just make sure you find it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, and for all these players starting with world mats, watch me when you have a prismatic blue eyes.
One of these announcers made Konami's grand finals this past year, but yeah, he probably doesn't know what he's doing. Which one was that? Who did that?
That might have been me, maybe. You've been gone for a while, haven't you?
I've been trying to brag in irony, so I was gonna try to like set that up to let you brag in actuality.
Yeah, don't worry. I already said it. Like I said, when all these players with the world's mats, when they have a prismatic blue eyes, alternative art, by the way, then they can talk to me.
Don't forget, Kero. I taught you everything you know.
Yeah, of course. That's why my team didn't even make it out of playoffs this year, into playoffs this year. Okay.
Yeah, my dude. Y'all,
It'd
not
be like
dragging
that.
good morning to you too. Yeah, but hey, to be fair, oh, by the way, Exodia opening once again.
Yeah,
no
yeah, yeah.
no.
That goes without saying. We don't even have to talk about that anymore. That's just, the norm is that they're going to open Exodia, so let's just accept that.
Looks like we have a mirror match here.
Yeah.
So Spankbrain said, how do you get the red Archfiend, Matt? You summon Red Dragon Archfiend 100 times. Oh, it's not. It's Witchcrafters. Carol, what do you think about the Witchcrafter Noble Knight matchup?
Witchcrafters need to get set up. And once they are set up, I think it's favored because Witchcrafters' grind game is just so impressive, and even Noble Knights that have got a good grind game themselves just can't compete. But this is looking like Noble Knights that are pretty well set up, so I think they still definitely stand a fighting chance at this point. I don't think Witchcrafters is a bad send-in, though. I think that Brits could definitely take something here.
Barista Squad in the end phase. Now, of course, Shimieta only a main phase effect, so it's going to go down here. Unless back row. Trap set up too, right? So he could go into Drist and slap that Noble Arms Destiny, right? Because he's not going to do that. He's just going to target the Shimieta.
Yeah, he might be saving that trap to force more.
There's the Forbidden Lance. Of course, Dristan is a monster effect, so not going to stop it. Here comes the Noble Arms are needed once again. And I guess we've seen that more than once. So
yeah,
I can't keep count of how many times we're going to have to see Noble Arms again and again and again.
Ooh. See, this is what I mean. When I think Witchcrafters win the grind game, but when you set up like this, you go first.
Yeah, it's just nasty.
Seven 0.
Unbelievable. And just no recovery here from Gift. He didn't have his own trap set up in the grave. Everything just, oof.
Yeah. 500 of you now tuned in to watch this. An hour is gone. And Switcheroo is 7-0 up. Can anyone believe it?
And I think HeyZZy going to come in to tell us a little bit about Gift here and how he is also a gift to the roster of Bricks and Potatoes.
Indeed. Alongside Luke, that has already proved his worth along their own playoffs run. Gift has consistently been on the roster in the main season and has always came through in the best moments possible, especially with one of his most impactful decks, Witchcrafters, which sadly didn't perform as probably they wanted to, considering Uno always having the best opener, Gift probably not having the right tools to combat it, but in the end there's still a couple matches left. There's still time to turn it around, and let's just see how Gift will try to deal with that.
Now we do see Gift once again starting us out with a balanced 30-card deck. This time he's on the Noble Knights, and we are going to see a mirror match for the first time this war.
Yep. Of course, he hasn't opened the full combo, because sometimes your luck is just like that, but still not a bad hand.
Team Backpack in the chat, giving the casting team a shout out, says, am I the only one that is just happy to see how the casting on Team Wars has improved so much throughout the years? And for that I say, you're welcome. I taught these guys everything they know.
Thanks very much for the compliment, and yeah, Heinz is our leader.
Yeah, we greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, it is nice to see, like the production, obviously I haven't even cast in like 6 months. And when I tune into a stream, the production value has just gone up so much. It's so nice to see.
Yeah, was that a slide dig at you, Heinz?
SWH build different.
Exactly. It's all uphill from here. I mean, the future doesn't start till somebody surpasses my my casting awards. Pretty much.
Flexing there.
Unknown boy in the chat's like, yo, they're going to win a game in all caps.
Yeah. It is looking like it. They are looking in a good spot here.
Can it be done? In before drowning Mirror Force. So he did get the ARF in the hand, by the way.
Heinz, if there is a Drowning Mirror Force set, I will give you £100.
I'm already overweight, but I'll take that.
Sorry. That's what we call money over here in the UK, so...
Honestly, I would take 100 poundings from you, Cairo. Or going in at the right. Rake, he discards his noble arms. Now, he does have a lot trap in the grave too, right? So I mean, we could theoretically be seeing lethals still. No more discard trap coming out here from our boy Uno.
Yeah, you've got to say this is probably it.
I mean, literally anything from the deck outside of Brothers is lethal right now. Speaking of Brothers, we haven't seen Brothers summoned a single time.
No. Maybe players are deciding to cut that. But also, I think it's a card that's more important in the grindy matches, and these have been pretty quick games.
Yeah.
Finally, Gift pulling one back for Bricks and Potatoes.
Yeah, not going to be a clean sweep from Uno, as epic as that would have been in the finals. I believe he would be the would it be the second player ever to get a 10-0? I mean, it wouldn't be a regular season match; it'd be a playoffs match. We do know that our boy Flips got the official second one, but it was in a preseason game. Anybody else get
there actually was a second 10-0 that happened this season alongside Shaw's back from a long time ago. It was from Alacorn, 10-0 against Neo, I believe.
So,
can I just take a second too? I mean, we shouted out Luke earlier. Let's shout out Shaw's as well. The first ever 10-0 in Team Wars, and recently won in MCS. This man has won an MCS, a giveaway, #1 NA, first ever Team Wars 10-0. I mean, that is an accomplished player right there.
He slipped you some of that MCS winning, so you would shout him out like that.
Well, I taught him everything he knows.
Yeah. Oh no, actually, I can claim Shaw's is on my team now, so I taught him everything I knows here. I'm sorry, Heinz.
I mean, you might have taught him everything that you know, but I already taught him. I taught you everything you know. So I mean, trickle down economics says
everything comes back to Heinz.
Exactly. Everybody knows ketchup runs downhill. Now we do see the godly opening. Wait, what?
Yeah.
What did Uno just load up? Did he bring 2 Noble Knights?
It's very possible.
2-0? 2-0 confirmed?
I mean, we are in game 9 here, and we have seen 8 Noble Knight decks win. And this is a mirror, so we're going to see at least 10 Noble Knights win.
We do see Merlin coming out straight away. Again, why do you even play this card? It's a spellcaster. Your equips only work on warriors, you silly players. They know nothing. No synergy. No synergy at all.
You can't get the caliber of players you want now.
No, I mean, it's a scuffed finals. Pack them up. Oh, I really like this. So he's going to... Wait, what? What is he going to do? Hold on. No, wait. I don't know what I'm talking about here.
Treacherous trap hole.
Oh, that's it. That's what he's going to do.
That is it. That is what he's gonna do. Is he gonna? He's gonna send that Dristan, right? What is he gonna sack with his TTH? This is the decision that's now happening.
Yeah, I haven't seen a treacherous in Noble Knights since like week 1.
Well, it definitely works with the trap being so easy to get rid of. Oh, okay.
Very interesting. Gonna put that Arfudator onto the Merlin, I guess, because it's not like he's gonna pop anything else.
Yeah.
Unless his brain is so massive that he yeets that Gwen off the board, so he can make a rank 4 next turn. No.
That would be some big brain stuff. Okay.
Unfortunately,
One back row.
yeah, everything he knows. So. And the Karma
is a Karma Cut.
Discards the Noble Arms, but I mean, there's still 3 cards here in hand.
Has the Boars. Oh, and
all it takes is an equip that boosts attack, and that's game, baby.
yeah, that was it. Even without that equipped in hand, because he had the Gwyneth in the graveyard anyway. To
Just boost
yeah,
them
these
all.
are just this is just styling at this point.
Have you seen any funny misplays with that Gwyneth? People putting it on the wrong card, forgetting that it only works on dark monsters to the destruction effect, things like that.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen lots more funny plays with Dristan where people forgetting it's only face-up cards. That's always fun, especially on the ladder.
Mandatory.
Yeah, mandatory and face-up cards. So people just do, and then you know that great feeling. Gift winning, by the way, taking it to 2-7. But yeah, that great feeling where you've realised their mistake and the timer at the top of the screen is just going, and you're just waiting,
spinning,
Yeah.
thinking. It's like they got that loading bar. Like,
Yeah, and then it's just like you either see they've lost connection thing, which means they've rage quit, which is a great feeling, or it's just a straight up surrender.
yeah, the best one is when you see waiting for connection. It's like no connection, and then it's like, oh, they just flushed their phone down the toilet. They were mad.
At least
you
it's
know,
down the
you only
toilet
ever
and not like absolutely destroyed, right?
In the microwave, just the phone is gone, never to be
Both
used
the
again.
phone and the microwave. Let's go.
Put the phone in the microwave, take the microwave, throw it off the balcony,
And then flush. Get it back and flush it.
yeah,
Flush
it
all
down
the
a
pieces together.
porta
And
potty.
yeah, speaking of pieces, right? I think this will be among the last graphics I will show. I told earlier about Uno's journey throughout the main season as well as gifts. This is just to back up some of their stats, only from their main season. So Uno, having only played 5 matches, by the way, has won a grand total of 24. And Gift, which has been present, as I mentioned earlier, among every war almost, clocking at 7, has had an average wins per matches of 3.14. So certainly good players that have that we were just lucky to see face together in a mirror match.
Yeah. Very, very interesting that even though Uno is the one that, you know, he took 7 wins today, so he's going to be pretty happy. Gift came out on top when the two faced each other with the mirror match. 2-0, so some small amount of solace for Gift.
Yeah,
And
superior
for-
coin flipping abilities for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
And, somebody get this guy up high. As,
I mean, it is true that
3.14.
the best players just draw well. That's how it goes.
Are we going to see some Cyber Dragons here coming through for
I think
Switcheroo?
so. Oh,
Oh, we
30
got-
cards. No, we're not. We are seeing another Noble Knights mirror. And they are going first this time. Act is going first. Act, of course, getting, as well as Gift, getting top 10. Both these players were top 10 in the most recent KC Cup. So we are still consistently only seeing the top tier players play.
And we really wouldn't have it any other way here in the grand finals. Season 8. One set and
Oh!
So do we think it's a Witchcrafter? Balanced Witchcrafter? That's an unveiling set?
I mean, that's possible. I believe actors used Witchcrafters this season as well.
I mean, honestly, any trap here, as long as it can disrupt the play, is going to be huge for ACT.
Yeah.
Noble Knights just have a hard time, and we haven't seen any Cosmic Cyclones or Hatred Nades. None of that back row hate coming from either player. Really, they're just relying on the Arfudator and the Merlins and Noble Arms Trap, just kind of bouncing around the back row. Not so much just taking it out of the equation altogether.
Some big thoughts going on here. Must have been the delay or something that's making them think, or maybe? Yeah. You don't know. This is maybe when that voice chat is coming in clutch. Gifting, they're asking all his other top tier buddies, what do I do from here? What's the play? And they've all decided that Caliburn is the play.
So, yo, put a pickle on that Madrat. And it's Noble Knights. Glory hole in Noble Knights. This is beautiful. He's going to slap a Destiny on that Madrat from the deck, protecting it from destruction once per turn.
Oh, and I think that is just game.
I mean, we really could see.
I'm pretty sure
available disruption.
Have to be pretty unlucky with the Boars Mills to not just have game right now.
And keep in mind too that ACT or Act was forced to discard an equip spell as well.
Yeah.
What monster?
What does that say about how much Switcheroo rate Noble Knights that when they could choose anything to send into it, they chose the mirror?
That's true. I mean, we don't see anything with, say, Posthumous Army or, I don't know, a Necro Valley or, Cyber Dragon that can, banish the back row, banish the equips.
Just the mirror.
No Buster Blader with the DNA surgery. Take on obviously you'd bring Buster Blader at 1 just to, the DNA surgery beats the Noble Knights, but also you have the Hieratics tier 0.
Yeah.
And Thunder Dragons, they're dragons, right?
Yeah. I mean, this war is fine. Like, it's an illusion right now. We know that Sniffus is packing that ninja deck that you were talking about, and
well, yeah. That's when the boss music's gonna start to play.
Yeah.
The heavy bass, big drums are gonna kind of start rolling, and that's when the game changes.
I think it's interesting. The chat are talking about, oh wow, they should have just played Neos. But what is Neos doing against Turn 1 Noble Knights? It's still not going to be winning very much.
Can we just take a second to appreciate that 4,000 attack?
Yeah,
Archor is coming.
This is what I was talking about. He had to be pretty unlucky with Gwyneth Mills and stuff like that. That is GG. 4,000 to the face for a Ragaki break.
Is that 11 straight wins with Noble Knights for this war?
Yep. 11 wins with Noble Knights. And the past 4 games have been Noble Knight mirrors.
That's exactly what we said at the beginning of the war,
game.
that we expect to see Noble Knights because they're so strong in that kind of best of 1 style format.
Yeah. Sorry, correction there. 3 mirrors, but still, that's pretty insane. 3 mirrors in a row.
And we do see the Sartorius Kumar, the master of the dusty knees. But is he rocking that balance once again? It's 30 cards.
I'm gonna suggest he is. But we will soon find out. All will be revealed. Balance? No.
It's just 30 cards. It's 30 cards, not balance.
I will
Hey,
mention that
maybe
I
this
think
does
we
have-
saw the restart delay, so it's probably restart coming from the
Oh,
side of Act.
Potentially Witchcrafter?
Wow.
Most likely.
HeyZZy
Don't think
there
there's
with the great calls. I did not,
Yeah,
not
beautiful.
notice that.
From HeyZZy.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't think
Unmute
there's a lot of
yourself.
decks running restart right now, so it's probably the
No.
most natural one.
Okay. Gift still thinking.
Carol, do you think that HeyZZy is actually smarter than us, or just because he's the ref
Oh.
that he has better reads than us?
100% smarter than us. There's not even.
I
I don't know
guess.
how we keep getting these sort of gigs.
He's got that mind scan, right? Like he can just open up the deck submission.
yeah.
He's
Damn,
creepy.
who's the official for this match? Need to talk with him.
Ball
Oh,
cannon.
okay. This is
Man,
looking like
Oh,
Witchcrafters, and it is Witchcrafters. Like we said, Act has played Witchcrafters this season, and looks like he's gone for it again. Interesting that they sent the mirror before they sent Witchcrafters. Very
that's true. I
interesting.
mean, you were mentioning earlier that if Witchcrafters can get set up, it can be a very hard time. And also, can we just also take a note that Gift did basically the same play that Act did last turn, and just setting cards rather than actually playing anything.
Yeah, so after seeing all these brilliant Noble Knights openers from at least one of the sides, finally the deck starts to crack a little bit, and there's two Noble Knights in recent games that have pretty much bricked.
We start to see the holes up here. It only took 11 games.
Those two back rows, if there's a Karma Cut or anything there, then that could be interesting. But what am I talking about, Karma Cut? There is going to be no Karma Cut because we've seen TTH from this build.
That's true. Now, of course, you would have
One
to
of
play
these
Six
is almost
Trap.
certainly a TTH.
You would have to play 6 traps, so you get 3 of the Noble Arms, 2 Treacherous, and then what's the 6th? Is it Karma? Do you think Karma?
I think maybe Karma, just because it's so impactful. I don't know. That's a really good point and question.
Boars looked like the Boars was off the top of the deck if I was paying attention. Witchcrafter Patronus. You ever taken one of those Harry Potter quizzes? What's your Patronus?
I don't think I have actually. What's your Patronus then? I'm sure you're going to tell us.
I actually haven't either. I was kind of hoping that you would
wow.
answer and then forget that I
Oh no.
because I've never done it. But I am a dog groomer, so I would assume that it would be a dog.
A dog. Nice. And you know those like channels, those channels on Discord where you can type like .dog, and like a dog will come up or whatever. Are you ever like, I groom that dog? Does that ever happen?
No, I don't think so. But I did post some in the pet channel, pet pictures, dog pictures,
Oh
animal
yeah.
pictures, animal pics on the Team Wars Discord. So join the Team Wars Discord and go take a look, and you'll see some of the dogs that I've groomed. One of them is my own.
Oh wow. Meanwhile, back in the Team Wars game.
How could that possibly be important?
We are seeing a Veer set up with a negate, and this is what we're talking about. The grind game of Witchcrafters here is just so strong.
Just gonna start plussing like crazy. It looks like all 3 spells are set up in the graveyard as well.
Yeah. So this is just gonna be very, very tough now. The Noble Knights to out, especially because they didn't open very well themselves.
Lord Renger, it's actually both. Animal picks, you animals. Jeez. There, going on the aggressive.
If this
1,000.
goes through, I cannot see an easy way back. If the trap card activates, then that's a hope, I suppose. 'Cause that gives him a card and gives him a summon next turn.
You think he's got 2 Jar of Greed set?
I think he's got 1 Jar of Greed and 1 TTH set. Those are my calls.
It's a Paleozoic Canadia. That makes so
that
much
makes
sense.
sense. Why didn't we think of that?
That's a great card to get out of the graveyard to make sure that your Treacherous is not going to be dead. Beautiful.
Yeah. And this could still be the trap here.
It absolutely could. I mean, it's just beautiful deck building theory here from Gift as well. Just really, really nice. You know, thinking through all the options, coming into the grand finals, he wants to make sure that his cards are going to be live in any situation. Boris can keep plus.
Okay, just in defense mode. He just wants the spell cards back. Come on, we've been talking about Noble Knights having the advantage in terms of cards so often, but look at this.
Yeah, truly. This is,
oh, if that's a TDH though, no.
I mean, it's dead at the moment.
Looking out here anyway. Ignore me.
I would never.
It's so easy when casting to get very excited about something and completely forget the board state.
You know, it's funny because when I'm casting, I feel like I do a better job at paying attention to what's going on in the game than when I'm actually playing.
I'm completely the opposite to that, so that's very interesting.
That's why you have had success in actually playing.
as soon as I start casting, or playing games and commentating on them, I drop about 50% in my skill level, I swear. Oh, Karmaka and TTH in this build. That's pretty.
And Canadia. I mean, how many one-up traps do you think he's got? And notice that he's doing this with the toggle on in the draw phase to get rid of that Jenny now. Yo, I-Chan bot subscribed with Twitch Prime. That is 13 freaking months. And you know what? I got an emote.
Wow. 13 months. Over a year of support. Thanks. I-Chan, another great streamer and caster over here at Teamwatch.
Cool.
And the Slorp himself with a tier 1 sub. That's 15 months, and he's on a 4-month streak. I-Chan asking what happened to me in the Shadow Realm. You know, just a couple things here and there. Now, do you see the Gwen from... Oh, this is lethal, baby!
This is great play by Gift.
It's truly beautiful. Able to destroy that map before the damage step. Doesn't even get the flip up.
Yeah.
Paleozoic Canadia going in and exact lethal Canadia plus Tristan. And that is another win for the Noble Knights.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I think we've got a game in our hands here. 4-7. And it is Gift, their best performing player this season on the streak.
Yeah, it's almost not even a surprise. Gift being the best performing player, of course he's going to perform the best. He's 4-1.
They've still got Sniffers in the back, another truly top tier player. So,
and the only thing that the only thing I would say that's missing is, you know, we've seen time and time again in the chat, people asking for Luke Tyler, a fan favorite this season. Tyler,
fan favorite every season. Let's be real. Everyone loves a bit of Luke.
Doesn't even need to be a season, just fan favorite in general. Luke is just such a nice guy, so wholesome.
Yeah,
very true.
I think about him all the time when because he's so known for playing balanced decks. I always think of that. You know, what is it? Return of the Sith. You were supposed to bring balance to the Force, not destroy it. I always think of Luke because he's supposed to bring balance.
Luke is real life Luke Skywalker.
Very true.
What I always find interesting with Luke is he in the leagues he plays like proper meta decks. Like he's done most of his streak with Neos. But if you ever catch him in a tournament, he's playing like the spice of the month always. Like if it's balanced Geminis, or he recently came second in the giveaway. Actually, Sniffus, who's still left to play, came first in that. But that's a side point. Anyway, he did that with Fire Kings. Fire Kings.
With balance.
Now, yeah. Now, as someone that has played a lot of Fire Kings in the past 4 weeks, I can truly not understand how he did that because I could not get them to work. But he
plays live. He shows you how to play. He can teach you a thing or two.
Yeah. He is another UK-based player. So, yeah, we're proud of our boy Luke. But sadly, we will not see him today. But like I said, we've still got Gift left with 1 life, got Sniffers left. This game is still going.
And just mentioning that giveaway that Sniffus won, that's his second one. Remember, he won the biggest giveaway ever, Blue Eyes. He played Blue Eyes almost the entire time and won that one.
Every single player on this BMP roster, and to be fair, Switcheroo roster as well. Like, let's not pretend that only one team has good players here. Both having exceptional players, but this BMP one, every single player has pulled off some pretty impressive mean feats in their past. I'm pretty sure Mist has gone 10-1 before in Team Wars as well, so...
And it's really beautiful. Also, just want to take a second to note that No Repair did load up with a 30-card balance deck and a T-set to start us off.
Oof.
But we do have only a Boars coming out from Gift.
So, this is Battle of the Bricks by the looks of it.
Mist was a WCS player in TCG, says Z plus G.
Wow. There you go.
Also, I just remembered, you mentioned Luke playing memes in tournaments. And I remember the very first MCS I ever played was it was the one when 6 Sams had just come out. And I brought 6 Sams because I'm a sheep. And the only thing I did that was spicy was I brought Spiritualism in the side deck.
Nice.
Because of it was a prismatic Pally set. Beautiful. But I ended up matched up against Luke in like round 4. And so he's on the bubble for making he's on his way to making top 32, right?
Yep.
And I think he was 3-1 at the time. And I'm expecting, okay, really well-known meta player. Like not meta player, but tournament player. I'm thinking, okay, this is probably going to be a mirror. What do I see? The freaking Paradox brothers load up, and it was desk bots with Gear Wyvern. And I was like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
He's like +3 summoning an Ancient Gear Wyvern, adding the box, adding a desk bot. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh.
Oh, this is an interesting interaction here.
Yeah,
okay, he's gonna kill it. That's why. He's gonna kill it and then get the half back on his monster.
You know, with all these mirrors, we're seeing, you know, all the better plays from the...
Yeah.
From
that was a nice interaction there. Equipping Arf onto the opponent's boards, destroying the back row, reducing the attack point, attacking, and then getting it back for a next turn play. Oh, that is big, though. Merlin. Is that Ballista squad?
To the Barista, the Merlin going to go down. But we do see a Canadia coming out, so not an empty board here from Gift.
Canadia beatdown now. That's what their plan is.
Levi's son called me Heinz Lolly. See if that poke damage is going to come in clutch here. Oh my gosh, what is that set card? It's another ARF.
Oh,
Deck from No Repair.
Buns, good night, bye. It does feel a bit like that, doesn't it?
Now we don't have any Merlins or anything in the grave here from no repair, so you know there could be a potential lethal push here from Gift if he does live. I mean, he should live this turn.
Yeah.
Because of that Canadia poke damage, there is a chance. I mean, we did see a 4,000 attack food before. We have a Merlin in the grave. You know, there's definitely still a chance here for Gift.
I think that the problem is, though, that the person that gets set up first in the Noble Knight Mirror is generally the one that's going to win. It's quite hard to out someone set up.
Yeah, it definitely is. Although the King Custard does do a lot of things for the game now.
Yeah.
Being able to bounce cards is a lot better than letting them float.
Yeah, but he's going to need pretty good cards to be able to get into the King Custard.
Well, you know, Yugi said it best, and Gift is going to say the same thing. His deck has no pathetic cards, so. Grandpa's deck. It actually inherit Noble Knights from his grandfather. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh. Very interesting stuff. Okay, that was.
Artorian and Prismatic Pelly. No wonder they've saved no repair for so late in the war.
Yeah. Man, getting a Prismatic. How many copies of the deck did he buy to get that, or did he just get lucky?
Hard to say.
Oh,
no.
just a stare.
T-set against Arf? Not only T-set against Arf, T-set against Arf and the thing that destroys monsters.
Yeah, and this is just gonna pop that.
And another Madrot coming through.
Oh, he pops the monster, not the back row. Very interesting when he gets the monster pop. I can't quite work out that one, but what do I know?
This is Eric's calling for a winged Karibo.
Oh, it's gonna be game.
3400 to the face, and it's definitely enough when you're sitting on 25, no repair. Continuing the streak for Noble Knights.
Yep. Noble Knights have won every single game. We are at 8-4.
And that match report is going to look hilarious.
I have never seen any. Well, actually, we got beaten by 10 or 9 Karakuris in one of our games this season, but the wins that we got went with Karakuri, so I have never seen a this one-sided match.
Now we do have Sniffus as the remaining player from Bricks and Potatoes, and you know, if anybody can do it, Sniffus can. Although I have heard of Sniffus being less than pleased with his Timor's performances in the past. He tends to like the best of threes, I believe.
Yeah, but no, what a time to come out and prove yourself and prove that you can compete in this format.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's no question.
Back against the wall. Just go 6-1, easy.
Yeah.
It's just that easy.
It's literally been done in this war. It's not like you can't do it.
Yeah.
Just one slight thing I want to highlight about Sniffus specifically. He's actually the only one on the current active roster that does not have an award. That isn't meant to be like a bad thing. He could potentially get the award of like Anchor of the Season if he perhaps tries to make this game as competitive as possible, because in the end there's still a lot of wins to go through for Bricks and Potatoes, and if he's not the one, then who else?
Yeah. If not him, then who?
Xerix, with the ancient history, says, Heinz, you casted that game when he brought the match back versus Tier 0 in playoffs. This is true. Xerix got some memory on him, eh?
Yeah.
Speaking of Xerix, just want to give him a big shout out for all of the graphics that you have seen earlier along the stream. It's almost all of it his work. And yeah, just wanted to give that out of the way. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Derek.
RX, huge effort every single season along with HeyZZy to make this run. So thanks to both of them for keeping Team Wars going in such a fantastic style.
I want to take a minute to thank the 611 people that I see tuned in from my stream.
Yeah.
My window that I have opened up says 611 people. That's insane. That's an absurd amount of people here for the Team Wars Final Bricks Potatoes versus Switcheroo for Season 8. Over $5,000 in prize support this season.
Yeah. What a... Yeah.
I think that's the
Well done,
highest
guys,
we've
for
ever
making this
had
happen.
in any
Oh,
of our
wow.
streams. I think the peak was either 500 or just below 600. So it's great to see that with each and every season there's a larger following, both from the veterans of Team Wars and the new people as well. And hopefully everyone is enjoying.
Well, thank you very much.
So you guys can thank
for
me. I'll
letting,
expect later on.
Yeah, thanks for letting me and Heinz bask in the glory of Team Wars. You do all the work, we just show up and get the fans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, though, do all the referees and the organizers for Team Wars because they do so much work behind the scenes and they really don't get the credit they deserve. So yeah, support these guys by hitting that sub button. They do so much work. And we have...
Season 9 is going to be the best one yet after this.
Duel.
Dude, peak performance. Bro, he's gonna play Hieratics.
Let's dream. Ninja Hieratics one time. Sniffers, please.
It's Malefic Blue Eyes.
I'm not listening to anyone in the chat telling me it's Black Wings. Believe, guys. Believe.
This is a long time for our boy No Repair to try to decide what he's gonna do turn one. Oh, it's blue.
No, it's our boy. It's our boy Sniffers that is.
I'm just really stupid.
It is Black Wings. You were all right. I was wrong.
No, you don't admit that. You just you make a prediction and then you let them forget that you did it. But only if you're right do you bring it up again. That's the trick.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player. If you make a prediction, it turns out to be wrong. Just let everybody forget.
Man, I'm learning so much today. You really are teaching everyone everything they know.
I mean, you think I would just say something like that and it not be true on the internet? Lie?
No one does that here.
No, of course not. Well, Jimmy says he needs Necro and or offerings. I do think that a setup Necro Valley would be a good play here, but he can't make the Ancient Fairy Dragon to search it.
No, he's got to have hard drawn it, which is possible with the way that he's played this hand. But
it's going turn one Raikiri. The Raikurai one set, and that's gonna be it. He takes a G from the Simoon effect, sending that whirlwind to the grave.
That needs to be an offerings.
I mean, it would be enough if we don't see any back row hate coming out here from Nova.
The CC could be enough in the right, depending on how many spells. And also, a Boars here is not going to do a huge amount.
Also want to take a second to point out that a very smart play from Sniffus not bringing out the Hawk Joe, which is a warrior, and could be at risk of being equipped with an Arfunitor. It's just the Boars, K-Row with the predictions.
If that is an offerings, it's an offering!
Only one Glory Hole can be activated per turn, so he cannot quick effect protect with the Destiny.
Huge!
Wait.
Needs a Karma Cut to stay alive now.
Is this going to be the only game we've seen so far not won by Noble Knights?
edge of our seats now. No draw, obviously, for Blackwings, but they might not need it if that back row is not a Ragaki break or a Karma cut.
Zarek says, by the way, Heinz, come back next season because Monkey Boy is only casting with you. Did he actually say that? He's like, I will cast with nobody but Heinz.
Wow, I see how it is, Monkey.
That's high praise indeed. The monkey's goaded. No draw phase here for Sniffus.
Okay, the pop is going through. Oh, there's a delay. It is a Karma cut. Oh no.
Discards the Noble Arms trap. So double trap opening here from No Repair.
What is this card? Oh! That's lethal.
He did have the level 3 in hand because we knew he searched the Gale last turn.
Yep.
Here comes Obsidian Hawk Joe. As mentioned, no lies here. The warrior Obsidian Hawk Joe.
Lethal.
And that is
Noble
the
Knight
very game.
defeated. It only took 13 games.
13 games.
Game
And we
13.
have what, it's like a year and a half old deck in Blackwings coming through.
Yeah. You know what? Anything right now that saves the day. I have nothing against Noble Knights as a deck, but I did not want to see one deck win every single game. That is not a good advert for our game. Whereas Blackwings coming in, showing that there is more than one deck in this game that we all love and love to hate.
Yubble? Is it actually Yubble? It's
Yubble.
probably Thunder Dragon,
Yeah,
but Yubble? It is a 30-card deck. So my boy Brim's in the chat. Turn to
Just passed.
Simoon.
How many Sphere Karibos are in your hand?
He sends the Bora to the banished pile.
Good hand if he's sending the Bora, or a desperate hand, one of the two.
He adds another Bora.
No, that's not a Bora, that's a Zeph.
I only caught a glimpse of it, so I was just kind of hoping I was right. Green backgrounds. Took a shot. I don't know.
A stab in the dark, I like it. They all look kind of similar, don't they? They do.
That's... Not all Blackwings look the same, man.
Let's not make this a thing.
Hypernace, just pass. Blackwing can't OTK.
Yeah, Boxer is the scary one, and actually, if this is Allured by Darkness, Thunder Dragons, then Boxer is quite likely.
It does make sense. You do need that life points reduction.
What do you think? That skills should be nerfed so that life point skills should be nerfed. That if you gain the life points back, they don't proc. I think that's probably a fair nerf on some of the skills.
I mean, it would definitely remove the issue of Veil needing a emergency ban.
Yeah. I generally don't like options that are like just ban the skill, but or nerf the skill. But here I feel like it's worth it.
No, I definitely agree. The thing is
oh, that's game through a Boxer.
It is.
Sniffer with the calls. He worked that out well.
Mind
exactly
you, there's still
4K.
Cool rebos. So how do you check for it? And a set card? He has to sphere if he's got it. It's a Temperance.
Oh,
that does make sense.
No,
If you're playing...
he's got it.
There's the Battling Box reveal. And it's 1500, so that triggers Allure, right? Is it 1800 or 1500 for Allure?
think it might be 1500.
I guess we'll find out now. I think
No.
it's 18. It seems like 18.
It's 18. Clearly 18.
I did see
Oh,
a
sorry,
standby phase.
sorry, boys. This is why we need chat to help us out. 1800. And Heinz. Heinz actually just said it right straight away. It's just me.
And I was going to mention too, the Temperance makes a great deal of sense in Thunder Dragons right now. Think about this. You have a level 6, perfect for those rank 6 plays like Ptolemy M7. Another pass. All I have to do is keep slapping you with the Chiderai. And it's game!
Game.
Two wins for Black Wings.
Come on, Black Wings. Saving it. Sniffus, bringing it back. Anyone needs reminding, it was 7-0. That's right, 7-0 for Switcheroo at one point. So that is 8-6 now, is a testament to Bricks and Potatoes like fighting power.
Yeah, that's insane. Like now they're only down one player.
Anyone in the Duel Links community that's not watching this, you know, maybe some of them thought, oh, that's over and called it. You better be regretting it, because
it's not over till the fat lady sings.
Yeah.
I haven't got a phone call from your mom yet, so. Chat. I'm talking to chat.
That was so good that I'm not even going to say anything. Fair enough.
My mother's the same.
What do you send against Black Wings?
Well, since I haven't cast in 6 months, I'm going to say Element Sabers. So,
I think one of the interesting things about Black Wings as a deck is that they don't have as strong a counters as they used to have. They are still obviously very coin flippy, but there's no, oh, send that in, it will win matchup anymore.
Yeah,
they
it's
still
true.
go brrr when they go second too, so.
I do feel like, you know, obviously right now anything against Noble Knights going first is bad, but like Noble Knights has that ability to take care of the things that you put on board.
Yeah.
So if you turn up that first normal summon, then Black Wings is in a lot worse position.
Interesting as well that how poorly Thunder Dragon has done today. Obviously, one thing that you can say about that, oh, this is Noble Knights again. One thing you can say about Thunder Dragon doing poorly today is that you cannot read into it because this is such a small sample size. And I'm sure both teams that have brought Thunder Dragon have practiced it and realized it was a strong deck. Okay, we've got combo here. But yeah, Thunder Dragons hasn't performed today. Noble Knights, on the other hand, definitely has. And we have the Merlin set up.
And the other thing, too, about Noble Knights is we've only seen King Custard summoned one time, I think, out of all those games.
Yeah, I think it definitely adds an element to the deck, which is why it makes the deck stronger, but I don't think it's the core part of the deck still. I still think the core
was the
way
structure.
it plays the level 5. Blackwings going second is when they're at their strongest, but it's a pretty good hand here they've got to play.
Now, a lot of the guys in the chat are saying because they saw Alexis Rhodes that they're almost expecting Megalith. And that's a deck I think is being slept on. I saw Beastie win an Anytime yesterday with it, and he was slapping some fools around.
Yeah, I think it's a deck that has an okay matchup against Noble Knights as well, so it's an interesting one.
Shout out to Breasty Mario. Comes at Simoon once again. Is Simoon really important here to play around those pops?
Yeah.
Because you have that extra normal summon. And the great thing about Noble Knights is that their pops don't really happen on chain outside of a Karma Cut or a Ballista Squad. So you do your effects to resolve first, at the very least.
Yeah, which is why, even though I can understand why they sent this in, Queen's going second is always going to be lethal. Well, not lethal as in you win, but it's always going to be. It's always going to be tough to deal with.
So he has committed both normal summons, no treacherous trap hole. We do have the glory hole, not the glory hole, the arms in the grave.
Yeah.
We are seeing Gift playing the Tretch.
Interesting to see when the pop comes here, because you do imagine it's gonna come.
Roshi putting that Boars into attack position.
If it doesn't activate here, then
obviously this Gale effect not getting a whole lot of value off with the Merlin in the grave. Although, I mean, this Raikiri effect definitely going to come into play here. Being able to remove the Gwen, that's a big deal.
But obviously we do have the Merlin and the trap in the grave, so.
The thing is, he has to chain it now while they're both level 5.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what Sniffers hits here. He's going to have to chain Merlin at least anyway. Yeah.
And there it is.
Just interested to see if he chains the offerings. Huge.
Absolutely beautiful. And is that lethal? I mean, he has the trap in the grave. What happened to my voice there? And of course, he's got to change the trap.
What's interesting here is what you were bringing up earlier, that it does not protect the darks, Gwyneth, so.
Racist.
The dark type monsters.
Gale the Whirlwind gonna reduce that Boars. Unknown boy saying it's not lethal. Everybody's saying they cannot.
No, the trap in the graveyard is still gonna be strong, but
I mean, Boris is protected from destruction once, right? From Destiny. So why can't you just hit it twice? It's not
because
so why can't you just make a Chidori and just beat the crap out of him? What? Am I wrong? Like, I think
no,
that's
you're not. You're not wrong.
Like, is chat just bad, or am I bad? Because that's got 850 attack. And by my math, that's very small. Oh, Tristan redirects! That's right. These guys, see, they're smart.
Oh, of course, yeah, okay.
See? He's taunting. That's like Tristan has taunt. God. Or Torment. Is Torment that makes you attack? He's got Rage Powder. That's what it is.
Taunt normally. Well, it depends what game, I suppose, but.
I was thinking Pokemon. I'm an old Pokemon player. Because I'm super cool. So far, I've made a Star Wars reference and a Pokemon reference, so.
Yeah.
You know.
Very cool.
I'm just out here protecting my virginity, really.
Okay.
Here comes the Chai-Darai. 4,000 attack. Look at the size of them.
Oh, that's lethal, I think.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I told you. I told you, people. Now he's got to do it. 1950, and he's got the piercing.
It's still not. It's still not.
Oh, he has to wait. I see. But he.
See, this is what I mean. I got left behind there. I had no idea what was going on. That's what happens when you cast sometimes. I'm just like, what?
There's just so much happening. You kind of like get overloaded.
Yeah.
Oh, Pelennor coming through the Caliburn. He's going to be able to pop a card and draw a card. That's big.
No attack though, but
So Sander's saying, why didn't he attack with the 4,000 over the boars? The reason for that is, like chat mentioned earlier, the Dristan will redirect the attack. So as soon as he summons the Dristan, he's just forced to attack it with the Chidori anyway. There was really no attack order that would make the Chidori.
yeah, nothing could fix that. Ah, we've been wondering when this would come in.
Double bounce. This is only the second time we've seen it, but look how big it is, and he hits him with the equip.
2,800.
200 off of lethal, and what do you top deck here?
Yeah,
Nothing,
pretty
because he's
significant.
offering.
Oof. GG.
Oh my gosh, the comeback potential. Like, that's what's making Noble Knight so dominant right now. He's gonna kill himself.
Killed himself with the Zep.
Beautiful play from Sniffus, getting lethal.
Yeah.
On himself.
On himself. It's an own goal.
An own goal. Unbelievable. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so we're talking about Noble Knights, that's why they've been so dominant, right? Is even if you clear their board, all it takes is the trap in the grave or just a Matrot in the hand, and all of a sudden the comeback is just so real. Like, they just rebuild their board so quickly.
Yeah.
Misaka with that 1-0. Score is 6-9 in favor of Switcheroo.
Yeah, which is very different to Blackwings. They're a very powerful deck, but they sort of blow their load, and then that's that. Like, it's like chuck everything out on the field, and if you can deal with it, then you win. If you can't, you lose.
It really is. They just blow their wad and then take a nap after,
Yeah, they just
cold shower.
They're so alpha. They just pull their pants down, just waiting.
Just show off their BBC Blackbird clothes. Derek saying Kero has too many sus comments in the last 30 minutes. I don't. What does he mean?
I don't know. I thought that was my first, but wow, the crowd are obviously not enjoying it. 678 of you now.
Yeah, unbelievable amount of people coming through. Everybody, call your friends, call your family, get your mom in here into the chat, get this thing over 700. Two hours down, and this war is close to being over. It's game point for Switcheroo, and we still have Sniffus coming through. So
score at the moment is 6-9. So make of that what you will.
Which is also K-Ro's height. A lot of people don't know that. Very tall man.
Yep.
Can't even get his legs under the Sits on the toilet, he can put his head on his own knee. Some long legs on Kero.
Oh, have we got a Noble Knight's Mirror to see the day? Oh.
Beautiful matte and sleeves coming through from Sniffus, by the way. I'm also playing that matte myself. It goes really well with the Heinz sleeves.
Okay. Witchcrafters that have an early setup, we might have a game on our hands here.
If Sniffer streaks with this, and he wins the 4 games with Witchcrafters, we're gonna be here a while.
Yeah.
Oh, we did have to discard a lance though. Block saying Rich Ferrente's neck is 6'4". It's like a giraffe.
Yeah, I can relate as someone that also has quite a lot of a height just because of the length of their neck, but I can't compete with 6'4" long neck. That's next level.
Imagine 6'4" neck casting. By the time the word's out, there's like latency from your own voice. Like...
Imagine a 6'4" neck doing anything.
Really though. You know what they say about guys with long necks?
Big feet.
Oh, big scarf. What the? Look at big foot with a long neck. Man doesn't use a scarf. He uses a duvet. Alright, so we have the negated Madrot facing down a thick booty Madame Bear.
Going in.
Large Dong Berry 69 says, Rich Ferrente neck longer than your... Oh, I'll be willing to measure from the inside.
Needs 2 spells here. Clearly has them, else he wouldn't be declaring an attack.
Seriously, we lost 50 viewers because of those comments? Yeah, that's the people's moms all leaving. But Mountain Bear setting up 3,000 by 40. If he had a concentrating current, that would have been over.
Okay. This is looking pretty good for Sniffers now.
Double there. That's a rank 8 play right there, baby. In before Heliopopolis next turn? Noble Arms Gelatin. Getting jiggly with it.
Can kill the one in attack mode now, though.
He can also make a rank 4 play if he wants. Which would be King Custard bouncing both. Glory hole the Noble Knights. We did see him draw it last turn off of that Jar of Greed of the Noble Arms. Top 1, draw 1. Have the bear.
Not a bad. This is looking not very good for Witchcrafters here.
I mean, Kinky Custard could bounce it back. He could also
Doesn't even need that now. Can just beat it down.
and just with the Madrot if he wants. One more set.
Yeah. No, obviously no attack here with the Pelennor.
That pop and draw is just so strong, though. You know, it feels like it doesn't come up all that often, but when it does, the Sniff is going to mitigate some of the damage there. Holiday off the top. I block 158 saying for Rente's neck longer than an Element Saber mirror. Good line. I like it. He does use the Holiday with the Jenny effect. The Madam there going to make its way back to the board.
Yeah. Witchcraft is just doing everything they can now to try and stabilize. This is the power of Noble Knights against Witchcrafters wins the long game.
Well, one thing from Misaka too is you notice that he didn't put the Destiny back on the Pelennor. He put it on the Madrat. So now, if he can't do anything with that set trap, then Pelennor is dead right now. Has no effect. That's just a Vorse Raider sitting there.
And it's going to get destroyed anyway.
Geki break. Merlin too.
Not good.
Keep in mind, he had that Merlin in the hand. He must have drawn that off of the Pelennor effect, right?
Yep.
Sometimes if you have a discard trap like Raigeki Break, it's almost worth it to keep the Merlin in hand if you already have the Madrat, just to get that surprise.
Yeah, I mean, he can't do anything with it here anyway because he has a 4 and a 5, but...
This is true. I'm just saying, like, sometimes it is just the correct play, you know?
Yeah. Right.
And now I don't think there's any way...
Entirely reliant on this back row, or is this just going to be the end of Team Wars right now?
Time for battle, says Alexis Rhodes. Vorse Raider Pelennor going in.
Oof. That's not enough.
No traps in the grave to get set up. Nothing he can do. That's
Team Wars Season 8 champions with a score of 10-6 are Switcheroo. Congratulations to Switcheroo.
What a war that was, though, man.
Yeah. Commiserations, Bricks and Potatoes. Congratulations for pulling it back from 7-0, though. It really looked like it was going to be a one-sided war at one point. But, yeah, it was a full competition at the end. 6-10 is a respectable score. Bricks have already won it. I'm sure they'll be back again, stronger than ever next season. But Switcheroo, congratulations.
Yeah, truly, congrats to Switcheroo, and what a great showing from Bricks and Potatoes as well. 3-time grand finalists, you said? Insane.
Yeah.
No, it's not just a moral victory, and these guys are splitting the prize pool. I believe HeyZZy said it was 70-30. So,
yeah.
$5,000, you know, still pretty good money. You know?
Yeah, you're still getting your share, your just desserts for your just rewards, sorry, for your good season. But Switcheroo, they take the crown. A new team takes the crown.
Yeah, this season we won't have any back-to-back champions, or rather champion teams that have won Team Wars twice. It's always nice to see a new team taking it, and yeah, congratulations to Switcheroo. I have one small thing to mention. Since Season 8 Grand Finals, we will be posting every single deck out of the 10 people that have played on our Twitter. So please make sure to follow that if you want to see the deck lists.
I'm definitely excited to see all the spice from those Thunder Dragon decks, and I'm definitely interested to see if there was any good Noble Knight decks. I don't know if we got to see them play today, but cool to see. Big fan of Noble Knights. I'd like to see them play a little bit more, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna be asking for an interview right now.
These guys are all Japanese, right? It's going to be quite difficult for us, I would think.
Yeah, but I'm sure they would prefer at least a question or two after the grand finals, even though it's also a bit late for them. It should be around 1 a.m. But
Yeah.
Let's see if there's anyone. If not, it's all fine.
Yeah, we'll just see. Oh, and we got thanks from Uno. Great guy, Uno.
Mm-hmm. Man of the match.
Shevchenko did very, very well today with that 7-2 score. 7-0 at one point. It was beautiful.
Interview okay.
So it looks like we'll have the MVP Uno himself coming through. I'll let you guys take care of the interview because I talk too fast and told I'm terrible at it.
Mm-hmm. All right, gonna move him in a second. There we go. Hello, Uno. Congratulations for being the Team Wars. Oh, he left. One moment. Hello, Uno. Can you hear us? Seems like we're having some slight technical difficulties. Maybe we should move to the other channel, perhaps? Maybe
Yeah.
it would make things easier. Let's go. Hello. Can you hear us?
Hello?
Are you here, Uno? Nonetheless, congratulations on the win of Season 8 of Team Wars Champions League. I know it took you guys a lot, went through thick and thin, both in the main season and the playoffs, but you did it. Congratulations. Once you can talk, we should ask some questions about the match. Let us know when you can.
Yeah. Let us know. We are very interested to hear how you prepared for this. Especially your combo that did very well of double Noble Knights in the opening combo.
Indeed. Would love to talk about that more. Is writing in the chat. If it's not possible, it's fine.
It might be that we have to type the questions and then we can read out his responses, which works.
Yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and ask the question with a starting combo.
Can I just also say right now, thank you to every single person that tuned in to watch this final. It's a huge privilege to be involved in something that has so many people interested in the final. So yeah, there were nearly 700 of you at peak.
Yeah, we greatly appreciate it. Coming from every single one of you was a really good experience to have every single one, and hopefully we were worth your time. Thank you. So
yeah,
it will
and just
be...
to reiterate...
okay,
sorry.
you can go. You can go.
I was going to say, just to reiterate again, thank you to everyone who's involved in the organization, be it HeyZZy and Xerax or the refs or the data analysts or everyone that puts this all together. It's a lot of work, but I think it's a really great thing, and long live the community, to be honest.
Yeah, in the end, it's all about the community, for the community, by the community. Right, so the first question that I asked Uno was just his thoughts behind the double Noble Knight starting combo that we have seen him go 7 and 2 with. He answered that Noble Knight is God tier, and as evidence from the match we've seen today, clearly that is the case. 14 wins, all by Noble Knights. Only 2 were Black Wings. That should tell you just how strong this is as a deck currently.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like that. God is all in capital letters. Really is the best deck, and it proved it today.
Yeah, indeed.
Trying to think of other questions.
Yeah.
What I'm going to ask about the counter. What do you think the best way to counter Noble Knights is then? Okay, you can type it.
Oh no, you can do it.
Oh, okay.
Wanted to say something to Heinz after, but I'll just DM him.
Obviously, this is in a best of 1 format, not side deck. Let's just hear. Yeah, also another big shout out to Taha and the organization team. Puts in a lot of work every single season. So thank you very much to him. So it's too many people to name everyone, but yeah.
That is true.
Some especially deserve a mention.
Yeah, we can sum it all up by just saying teamwork staff. I think everyone that has helped once will feel thankful. Also,
I did not.
No, that's
Sorry,
fine. I think he mistyped. Okay, so you can tell the answer.
We've given up on the Holy Knight rear attack. I think that's saying is that they've given up on trying to counter Noble Knights. That's how strong they believe it is, which is interesting in the similar way many people felt about Karakuri in the season. So it's easier just to play multiple Karakuris or Noble Knights in this case than it is to try and find a counter. And that's clearly what they did with so many Noble Knights in their starting lineup.
That is true, and you've mentioned at one point that Bricks and Potatoes weren't usually the ones to have the strongest deck, but have the strongest counters. It's clearly different from the power level between Karakuris and Noble Knights, and clearly, as mentioned earlier, 14 out of 16 wins were solely due to Noble Knights. Cannot wait for the report.
Yeah, I think it looks like Bricks and Potatoes put some weight into Thunder Dragons as being that counter, and I'm sure that in their testing it worked out well, but unfortunately here it did not. Uno backing up the answer saying they'd rather win with the Noble Knight coins. So that's just where we're at right now.
Yeah, just like in the Karakuri meta. Or just any meta for the past, well, let's say year.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was one more question, I believe, from Heinz. Gonna repost it to Uno, and then maybe we can close.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Someone used Invoke Neos from Anjos. We will post every single deck used or unused in the case of Dorobei, for example, or Misaka's second deck, on our Twitter. Make sure to follow if you want to see those decks, !Twitter. And yeah, expect them pretty soon. So
no,
just to follow,
they did not.
Yeah, just to follow up on the deck revealing questions. Yes, there were no brothers. So clearly they, I think they maybe, I don't know, cut brothers for Pelindor, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Thank you very much, Uno, for helping us answer the questions. And yeah, congratulations is all we have left to say, really. Huge achievement.
Yeah. Alright, guys. We will prepare a raid now. And just to say the final closing thoughts. Thank you so much to everyone from the very start of this season, from until the very end. Thank you for being there with us, and we cannot wait to have you back in season 9. Thank you for guesting with me, Kernow.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me, and thanks everyone that came and heard what